Hello everyone, this is day 2. Um, it's pretty early in the morning, even earlier than I usually wake up, but okay, just gonna get started. So yesterday I made this door, and today I don't really know what to do. I still don't have like a story, so I could work on like writing the story for now. Um, but I really don't feel like doing that, so I just kind of want to like check up on what I've done in the past because I did a little bit with like how the game's gonna like start, how it's gonna begin. So if I click play here, wait a few seconds for it to load. So I made it so that you start in the bed and you like can look around, and then my idea was that you could like, wait, I need to turn my monitor brightness up real quick because the window in the background is bright. But okay, so you start here inside your bed, and then you like wake up. I think it was press space, yeah. Then you can walk around. But now we have this door in the way. I didn't put a, what's it called? Um, a collider on, but I'll do that after this. But so here's the game. I might need to like redo the walking because I just used a default thing, a default like asset from like in-game. Shoot, I don't know what it's called. It's like first player controller or something, first person controller. But it's I don't really like it because as you can see, like if I just walk into the wall and jump, I can just fly, which doesn't really make sense. And I just stay there. It's weird. And then also, if I like press D to go to walk into the wall, while I press W, I slow down, which is not good, not ideal. But yeah, and I still need to put colliders on all of this. Yeah, and then I also want to make maybe some GUI with like a crosshair that triggers when you're looking at something interactable. This wall. Yeah, this is what it looks like for now. Some lights in the hallway. And then there's gonna be stairwell down to the community center. And then I need to add some doors on these. Okay, so there's a lot to work on. I guess first thing, I will add a collider to this door. If I remember how to do that. Collider. I guess this one? Wait, I don't see it. I don't think this is it. Wait, this has a collider. Box collider. So I can see this green. Wait, let's do this one. Where's the collider? Center. I can't even see it. Right. So this. Let's see, I can change this here. Trash can, dorm door. Models. Edit, maybe. Right here. Oh wow, it's really small. Oh wow. I have no idea why it's so small, but okay, wait, the width of this door is what? Oh shoot. I have no idea. So if I just, I have to center it within the middle. So this would be, let me go check on a browser. Like, okay, so how to see the axis of an object. Unity, axis of an object. Transform tools. X. Press X to switch between global and local. Okay. So I click this X. Oh, okay. Local. Nice. So X would be the width because it's red. So I'll just copy this and then go to box collider. So the width or the center should be there. Wait. I can't even see it. Let me edit collider. Shoot, I'm moving way too fast. Let me slow down. There we go. Okay. So, oh wait. So X value. It's like almost 0. Wait. So 2, 1. So this is the door. I need to center it. What is the, wait, 20, 50, 40, 30, 35, 34. Shoot, how am I gonna center this? 33, 32. 32 basically looks centered. So it should be 16. And then, let me see this. So let me check this axis. It's Z. So let's go on the Z axis. 32 maybe? No. Negative 100, 200, 250, 60. Maybe negative 250. No. 55. No. So 56, 7, 6.5, 0.8, 7. There, that looks good. So half of this is something 0.3. I'm not good at math, so I'll just use a calculator, but I'm pretty sure it's just 128.3. But just to double check. Shoot, I really need to download a calculator on my phone. Let me see. 256.6 divided by 2. Yeah, 128.3. That'll be the center. 28.3. Around. And then let's see what the top of the door would be. It's probably like 300. 300. Nope. Nope. 400. 500. 520. 516. 510. Wait, they're all like multiples of 12. That's so crazy. I don't know why that is. Yeah, that looks about right. So divide this by 2, that's 256. That's strange. I don't know why it's all multiples of 12. That's pretty cool. But okay, so what would this be? 256, 512. Oh wow, actually 16. No, it'd be double, right? So 32, and then 256. Oh wow, that worked out perfectly. I wonder why that is. Wait, let me just make this 128. We can't see it because it lines up with the blue. Oh no, what'd I do? There we go. I meant to change this negative 128. There we go. Now it's perfect. That's crazy. I don't know why it's multiples of 12. It's pretty cool, but yeah. Okay, now if I load into the game, should be solid. Nice. Perfect. That's pretty cool. Alright. Now that that's done, that took a little bit. Probably spent way too much time on it, but it's okay. Now I want to check if my state manager is working. So here, game manager. Do I have a script? Game manager scripts. Let's see. Try to open this. Okay, I'll try to. Let's see if you guys can see this. No. I have to add a new source to OBS or whatever. So this will be called just Visual Studio Community. Okay. And then I'll capture this one. There we go. Now you guys can see. Okay, so forgot how this worked. So this is a whatever it's called, what is that? What is a it's like a single instance, a singleton. This is a singleton because I forgot why. Probably because we created a object here of it and then we made it public static. Forgot. But yeah. Okay, so basically state equals new state. Right now we have 3 states and the default is state embed. This is the default one. I don't have a menu yet, so I haven't. That's why we skip menu. And then this is just got up. I wonder, for references, just got up. Game manager on game state. Beginning input script. Okay, so I made a separate script here. I already have it open. Okay. I haven't looked at this in a while, so I'm just reviewing. So I have a beginning camera. This is the player camera, I'm pretty sure, and then this is the one that's in the bed. So if I go back to Unity, can you guys see? No. There we go. So basically, there's a camera. Wait, I gotta turn my camera speed up. Camera here. That's the bed, and then there's a player that spawns in. It's off right now, but wait. Right here. If I toggle this, it enables when you start playing. So if I go here, I have no idea if this is like the most optimal way, but I guess it doesn't matter. Basically, you wake up here. This is the first camera. This is beginning camera, and then you press space. Wake up is pressed, and then the player is enabled, and then this camera is disabled over here. And that's how the script is. Wait, I can just like stay on the roof. That's so weird. But this is how it works. Okay, let's go back to scripting. Let me see OBS. Okay. So this is all settings for the, oh yeah, this ignore first frames, because I had like an error. Forgot what that error was. Let's see if I still use this. Here, if first frames update, then ignore. Oh yeah, watch a tutorial for the camera movement. Beginning transform, rotation. Okay. This is on enable wake up action that started equals plus equals wake up on enable look dot action dot enable. So I made this a action input action. This is when I press space, right? Wake up input action reference. I haven't looked at this in a while. On destroy. This is the for the movement or something. No. On game state changed. So this is the listener. And we're listening for the on state changed. From this. So when this invokes, this will be activated. Or this is not where it's activated, but this on game state changed. It's a listener, and we added it into this script. Wait, look action performed. Look to action. Okay, so this is using the I use the new input system. Let me just go back to Unity so I can remind myself and also show you guys. So it's in window package. I guess you guys can see this, but I'm going to window package manager, my assets or my service. No. Wait, that's not where it is. Game object, services, jobs, tools, window. Where is what's it called? What is it called? Yeah, the new input system. That's what I'm looking for. Input system. Maybe it is in this input system. Okay. Locate. I forgot how to open this. Let me just search it up. How to look at input system. Because I remember there was a window at Unity. So edit project settings, input manager. Okay. Let's go back to Unity. So let's go to edit. Preference. Wait, what did it say? Input manager, project settings. Okay. So if I go to Project settings, input manager, input system. Okay, here it is. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like a different window. Yeah, I wish I could show you guys, but I guess down here? No, here. Oh, you guys can't see. Well, I don't know how to show you. But yeah, basically I have a look move on my player action map. So the look. Wait, what? Look, this is different than what I had. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to do this completely. Anyways, oh yeah, the inputs are down here. There we go. So these are input action references, and then I have input system here. So this is keyboard and mouse is the one. Wait. So this was the one that I used from the other. Oh, okay. Here's the input action asset. I wonder what it's called, what the object is called. It's called input actions. Okay. So I found where to access it. It's right here. And then I can open it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe I'll find a way to show you guys later, but so I have a wake up and you press space. Wow, why do I have 3 space? Probably can delete these ones. Let me save that and then try in game. Hopefully I didn't just break it, but I had like 2 extra space inputs in the control scheme, which was not good. Okay. So I have a look one. Let me delete this one too. Okay. So I have a look delta mouse. I have a look and a wake up, which is wake up is spacebar and look is obviously the mouse, the delta input from the mouse. Okay, let's leave this. So within, let's go back to the script. Within, so where do I reference it? Here. These are the input action references from my control schemes. So I have a wake up here. So wake up, wait, let me just highlight this. So wake up, my first, okay. This is where I start listening to these actions. Wait, what is this? Function. It's a function that's created. I believe this was created automatically, and this is the callback context object that is created through the input action. That gives us our, wait, context. We don't even use this. I don't remember what this does, but I'm pretty sure we don't even use it, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I'll research that later. But this is the function where when I press spacebar, when I start pressing spacebar, it'll set the beginning camera to true, false, and then main camera to true, which, wait, main camera, what did I say as main camera? Okay, if I go back to Unity, let me go to beginning input script. So beginning input script is in. It's probably on the beginning camera. Player object? No, it's here. So main camera I put as the capsule itself. So this name is actually pretty misleading. Because see, I have this disabled, but I enable this. I have this inside referenced as main camera inside the script, which is I didn't rename that, which I should probably rename that right now. So let's go back to the script just to clean up my past mistakes. Let me see how long I've been recording for. Around 25 minutes, okay. So this should not be named main camera. Let me see if there's a replace function. Yeah, there is. So find in files, replace in files. So main camera I want to rename to player objects, maybe? I think that would be good. Because we're referencing the player object, not the main camera. So let's say replace next. Okay, so I replace and then it goes to the next one. Okay. Replace next. Okay, I don't want to replace that one. Because this is not, I didn't create this. So delete that. Okay, now I renamed it. Let's go back and see if it still works. Gotta load. Here we go. Go back to Unity. It's loading for a bit. Okay. Oops. Okay. So let's see. Wait, I don't need this. Beginning camera. Player object. I have to drag it back in. Player capsule. There, that makes more sense. It's kind of cool how they, like, I just renamed the variable to underscore player object with a capital O, and then they automatically separate it and capitalize it. That's pretty cool, but okay. Let's see if it still works. I just changed the variable name, so it shouldn't be bad. Yeah. Check the console. Yeah, we're still good. Okay. And I remember before I wanted to, let me save this. I wanted to, what's it called? I wanted to create a camera manager instead of having the cameras like disabled and enabled on inside the, what is it called? The game manager script. So maybe let's create, maybe we can make it similar to the game manager script where it's like a singleton. So let's create a new object. Empty object. Let's call this camera manager. Since we have multiple cameras and we might want to do so, or not we, I mean, I guess we, but I don't know why I'm saying we, but I might later down the road want to manage cameras easier. Monoscript. New script. Wait. Script. New beginning. New script. Okay, let's name this. Wait, can you guys even see? I have like the add component thing. Okay, I'll check later after this video. Maybe I'll rewatch it and then like see if what you guys can see, because I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing because it's like a new tab thing, but new window tab. Let me see. I need to name this camera manager script. Wait, how did I name the other scripts? I named all caps. Okay. Wait, why don't I just create it here? Create monoscript behavior camera manager. There we go. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Are we serious? Oh. Go back to Unity. Oh, this is bad. Now that I ran the script, I need to delete it. Delete. Let's just recreate it. Okay. Monoscript behavior. Begin. Oh. Camera manager. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a lot of influence from the game manager script because I don't necessarily know how to do this. Okay, let's open this. I'll get it working on this here. Games, yes. Let's see if this works. There we go. We don't need camera manger. I spelled that wrong. Just delete this. Okay, let's take some inspiration from our game manager script, which I definitely watched a YouTube tutorial to make this. But I do want to learn how to do it by myself, so I think this is what makes it a what's it called? Singleton, so that we can access this from any script and it'll be the same object because this is a class. So let's begin by doing that. Let's do public so that everyone can access it. Camera or public game object instance. Is that what it said? Wait. No, public static instance was the variable name. Okay, I'm dumb. Public static so that I forgot what static means. Okay. Static means that it's created during compile time and then static. Let me just double check. Okay, I think that it means one, it means that it's a single object. So like anyone who accesses it, it'll have the same object because it's created during compile time. Let me see. So static meaning C# classes. Let's see. Static means that a class or member belongs to the type itself. That's correct. Yeah. Okay. So within this class, like this variable will be the same exact variable for each object. Even like if you make 100 objects, they'll all be accessing one instance, if that makes sense. So instance. So this is the singleton of the camera manager. So it's wait no. Let me check this game manager. So we have instance here. Let's see how it's used. Instance equals this. So yeah. Let me actually copy this. So it assigns during runtime, during awake runtime, it'll assign the instance to itself. Therefore, this object is one of the objects of a camera manager. Wait, why is this? I don't know why it's error. Cannot implicitly convert type manager to a game object. Why does this work? Mono behavior, it's the exact same. Oh, I see what I did wrong. It's not a game object. I'm stupid. Camera manager. I'm smart because I learned from my mistakes. There we go. Some positive talking to myself, which is good because that's pretty good, right? Alright, let's save this. Okay, now we have a reference or an object of this own class that is a single object, so that's why it's a singleton, right? Okay, what do I want to do? I want to have access to all cameras. Let's see. Let's put. Actually, I want to create a game state. Do I want to create a game state? Yeah, I do. What I think is cool about this one is that it automatically assigns the values 0, 1, 2. Okay, let's do the same thing here. So public enum. So this is a public object, so anyone could access this. Wait, so does that mean here I created an object? No, because since we make it public, everyone can access this one. So I don't even have to create a new state object. I can just access it. State. Okay, that game state object. Alright, this is parameter. Game state dot embed. I can just access it like that from anywhere. Let's do the same thing. Why not? So right now we need a public enum. Wait, I don't know the syntax. Public enum and then name. Let's name it camera state. Here. So we have the embed cam. Then we have the player cam. And then maybe later on we'll have like cutscene cams. But for now, this is really all we need. Let's create an instance, public camera state. Camera state. Let's see. So I name this just state, which that makes sense because it's the game state, which is like the most important state. So that's why we could just call it state. But this one is less important, and we can't name both state because they're both public, so that would not be good. Okay, now we have an object and we have an enum, and we want to create the function where, let me see, this update camera state. Let's try to make it by myself. Void. Wait, is it public? Public void, okay. Public so that everyone else can access it. Public void because we don't return anything. Update camera state. And then, yeah, camera state, that looks good. I guess we have to create public static event on state changed. Where do we keep the current state? State equals new state. Let's see. So wait, there's no variable that keeps track of the current state. I wonder why that is. So state equals new state. And then it's just a switch case. I don't have any specific code in there. So there really is no code or no variable out here that keeps track of which state. Is that an issue? Because I think if there's like a glitch where if there's a glitch in the code where we don't keep track of like the current state, and then we like keep calling the same state over and over, like say like in game, let me show you guys. Where is it? So OBS, let's go to game, Unity. So like, let's say, oh, my Unity is loading real quick. Okay, let's say we're in the game, right? I have it in console, so we're in bed state. Let's say we press, so I can press space to trigger the next state, the wake up state. But like now, I disabled the beginning input. But if I had kept that enabled accidentally or something happened, then I would just keep triggering the same state over and over because I didn't keep track of the old state. Do I need I think since I've already dealt with that, like there's no errors right now. I think it should be fine. Player input. So this is the input. Shoot. Beginning input. Yeah, whatever. I think it should be fine for now. Until we get like some errors or like keep triggering the same thing over and over. Wait. Okay, I didn't mean to change this. There we go. Okay, let's go back here. So we have an enum that keeps track, and then we have this thing. Let's create a match case. I do need to create one of those event functions that, okay, it's an event action. Oh, I forgot what this, public static. So this basically, whoever's listening to this game state action. So it's an action with parameter enum state, right? So, like beginning input script listens to game manager right here, or no, here. And then it has a function. Where is it? On game state change here. So we have a function here that listens to this event, and then it's called whenever, and then it takes in the parameter that we give it here. I see. If state equals game state in bed. Okay, it's kind of funny because we change it when we press this, we update the game state, and then we listen on the same script. That's kind of funny. It just got up. We also oh no, it defaults here. So actually, wait, we're not listening to the same call because we only listen to the in-bed call right here if game state equals in-bed. Okay. Okay, let's go back to camera manager. So update camera state. We need a public, what's it called? Event, public static event. Static because we only want one instance of this so that everyone can use the same event. Is it capital event? No, it's not. I don't know the difference. And then action because the action is, I'll have to research that. Let me just search it up now. What is event action in Unity? Let's just see the actual Unity action. No, this is not it. Unity documentation, event action. Events. What is this? Event manager. I'm looking on the website or on the documentation right now. Event manager. Oh shoot. So, what's it called? Public static event action unity doc. What are these? It's called action, right? Unity action. How to use an action. Given class. Oh, there's like, I don't see any like actual documentation. I don't want to use AI. I don't like AI. Unity declaration, Unity action. This is weird. Let me just go to Unity documentation and search. So I'll go here first. Search event. Event manager, event browser. Events. Payload? No. Maybe action? I don't really see any event action. Oh shoot, I keep spelling wrong. Event action. It's deleting my supported UGS triggers. Custom events. Webhook. That's not what I'm doing. I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Unity editor. So what is this? This is, wait, can you guys see? No, you guys can't even see. I'm looking in the code. I didn't change the window. My bad. Here. I'm trying to look at this inside the documentation. Let me see. System.action. Let me search for that. System.action. System.action. Unity scripting elements action. Set action. Repeat button. Event. Wow, I really cannot find it anywhere. Wait, it's part of system.action. I learned T. T is like any input, or it's like a template object type. But yeah, I have no idea. I literally just got this from a YouTube video, but I can't find this in the documentation anywhere. So I'll have to look that up later. Action. System.action. I can't find it. So I'll just wing it for now, but maybe in the future I'll learn more. Camera state. And then we can just name the state since it's just a parameter. That should be good. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. So I don't need that variable because it's not the function. Yeah, my bad. Okay. Now we just need the variable name. What's it called? Update. Camera state updated, right? Is that what it is? Okay, wait. What did I do wrong? On game state change. Okay, on camera state changed. On, wait, did I have capitalize that? Yeah, I did. On camera state changed. And this is why everything's red. There we go. So now we have an instance, and I want to learn more about this, but I can't find it anywhere. Maybe I'll find it one day. Let me try it one more time searching it up. How long have I been recording? 50 minutes? Okay, we're almost done with an hour for today. Today's been about more like learning instead of like really completing anything. More about looking at old code, trying to make new code based off the old code that I wrote a while ago, so that I can just like solidify my learning, because I kind of want to understand all of this. Let me just search up event listening Unity. Add listener. Unity event. m.myEvent. Add listener. Okay, so Unity event, my event. Unity engine.events. Wait. So Unity engine, that's what I'm using, and then events. So I could, what I'm using is the 1, the 0. Why does it use this? So basically what it does inside Unity, this might be like an old way to do it. Maybe this is what it's saying on the documentation is Unity engine dot events, like that, and then I can just create a Unity event 1 argument version. So this would be camera state, and then on camera state change. Let's try to use this just to see what happens. Wait. I'm very confused. So this is, maybe I just need public static, because like in the documentation it writes it like this. I don't know why it's complaining so much. Does that work? The type camera manager already contains oh, that's why. Let's just comment this out. Like maybe it will come back. But I want to try this way to like try to do it straight from the what's it called? What's it called? Straight from the documentation, rather than like using the method I got from YouTube, which might be outdated right now. So this might be the most up-to-date way to have an event, because I can't find this anywhere on what's it called? Can't find this anywhere on the documentation. This is all I found. So let's try this. So now that we have the state, this is, let's see, what do we do with this state? We just invoke. So invoke makes it like whoever's listening, it'll change it. Wait a minute, am I doing this wrong? Do I really even need a... Okay, what I'm thinking right now is, so what this does, like multiple different scripts will be listening to this script, and when it changes here, then we'll invoke when a new state is called. Like say there's like 5 scripts that need to be activated when embed is changed, when we change the game state to embed, then this will invoke this event, which will then trigger those 5 scripts that need to be called when this is changed. But with Camera Manager, I'm really only changing things on this script. So maybe I don't really need invoke, do I? I can just have a update game state function where, so a public void, so other functions will call this camera update camera. Oh yeah, I need to capitalize this, yeah, just to be consistent with my scripting. But so I really don't need this, do I? Yeah, I don't. Oh, I really wanted to use this invoke. Maybe I'll add this later. Wait, I'll write a note here. Below is the new, I guess, documentation's way to create an event. May be needed in the future. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's not necessary, but okay. Wait, can you guys still see? Yeah. Okay. So this one, I'll keep this just in case. I'll say old way to create an event from YouTube video. I'll just keep that there. Try new version below first. And then if this doesn't work. But like right now I don't see a real reason. Okay, so I can comment this out. Okay. So I really only need to make changes on this script itself. I don't need to call. So like other scripts will change the camera state on this. So like maybe even this script itself will call the camera manager, so only game manager should have access to this script. Maybe that would be the smartest thing to do. But then I'd have to always, every time I want to have like a cutscene, then I'm gonna have to use the game manager script, which, does that make sense? I don't think so. Because like the game state manager is for like big game state changes, right? So like you're in the bed and then just got up. I guess different cutscenes will be like different states. So shoot. I guess for now I'll just have this be public so that any script can access it, but maybe in the future, maybe I'll write a note. So I'll write the date so that I can like rewatch this video if I need. See in the future. So right now it's May 27th of 26. I'll just say I am considering making this script only visible to game manager so that camera control is centralized and easy to, like, not easy, but so centralized and easier to debug, maybe. Easier to debug. But I'm worried that with limiting access to the camera manager script. Oh, I said manager again. Manager script might be like too restrictive and annoying. So I'll leave it public. Oh, I keep capitalizing, but so I'll leave it public for now. But in the future, I might. Wait, how do you do a multiple line comment in C sharp? C sharp, C sharp, C sharp. Oh, that's easy. Okay. Wait, can I? Let me do this. Where's slash? So I can delete all this. Okay, delete this, delete this. Wait, oops. There we go. No, I don't want that. But in the future, I might want to restrict it depending on how using this script plays out in the future. There. I know I said in the future twice, but whatever. Okay. Ah, dang. I have a lot of comments, but should be fine. So, yeah, I really did nothing today, but it's okay. I learned a lot. For now. Okay. Let's just complete this. So, update camera state. Camera state. Let's do another match. Match. Whoa. Target weight mask. What the? Let's just say. Wait, what do? I make like a state. State equals new state. State. Oh, I do keep. Oh, this is what keeps track of the current state. I'm so dumb. Okay. And then I make that a public static too. Not static this time because I don't know why. Why isn't this static? Maybe because it's not a instance. It's not a class. This is a variable itself. Maybe no. It's because this is already static. So this is already automatically static. I have no idea. Let's just keep the same. I'll just say current camera. I'll just say camera state equals. Wait, no. No, oh my goodness. I need the enum. Enum is camera state. Oh wait, I already have it here. I'm so freaking. Oh my goodness. Well. So wake. I need camera state equals. Oh shoot. I'll just call this new camera state. New cam. Equals new camera state. And then match. Oh my goodness. How do you do a match case? Switch, not match. Switch. Match case is Python. My bad. So switch. Camera state. Let's see. Case. What's the syntax? I haven't done this. Camera state. Embed cam. camera state. I need capital embed cam. And then it's a colon break colon. Okay. Colon break because we don't have anything yet. I'll just probably make it a camera state. Let me do this first. Cam break. Okay. Let me see if you guys can still see. Yeah. Okay. So in here, we want to access the cameras. So let's create serialized because we're only accessing them on this script. Serialized field. Is this automatically private? Forgot. Serialized field. Okay, we say private after. Private. Because we only access this on this script. So we need a camera for each state embed cam. Let's just keep calling it the same. Actually no, we don't need. We need the game object. And then cam embed cam. Let's just do that. Wait. I'm gonna go back to Unity real quick. Let me save. Actually, let's create another serialized field. Private game object. This is the player object. Just like in the other script, I had to rename it. Beginning script. Player object and beginning cam. So this is a cam. And it can be a game object because it is a game object. It's a derived, it's a child of game object or something, whatever. Let's see. So let's go back to Unity. Drag that on top. So the camera that we want is, camera manager. Let's add component. Wait, I can just drag it on. So scripts, camera manager, drag this on. Or whoops, let me just drag it on like this. Camera manager, drag it onto. Okay, embed cam, and then player object. So embed cam. Okay, so this is the camera itself, right? Yeah, it's a camera, and it's an object. So I have a game object of a game object with a camera on it. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's the way it should be. Oh yeah, that's the way this does it. What is that plus sign on this main camera? I have no idea. Okay. Maybe that means main camera. I don't know. So in camera manager, let's drag in beginning cam object and then player capsule, player object. And basically all I want to do, so by default, this is going to be enabled. So based on the game state, what do I do? Okay. So embed cam, we don't. It'll be activated by default. Right? Let's see. Void start. And then we want to date camera state. Right. We need to access this object first. This instance. How did I get the instance here? So the game manager instance. Game manager. I just set the name of the script. So I just say, and then do I call the function anywhere? Game state manager on game state changed. Okay, here, game dot instance. Okay, so access the instance. So on game manager, I can go camera manager dot instance dot game update camera state game state or camera state state dot embed camera state embed cam. Okay, so when and then shoot, what do I do here? No, this shouldn't be in here. Update game state embed. Maybe I should just add a listener to this game state on. So add a listener in my camera manager. Here. So to add a listener, game manager plus equal. So I just create a function. Okay. In the awake, and then I also. So in the awake, let's just do game manager dot on game state change plus equal. Yeah, there we go. The rename will update 2 references in 1 file. Okay. How do I? There we go. Game state object. Let's just rename the state. And then we need to add a destroy. Private void destroy on destroy. Is that right? Where is it? On beginning. On destroy. Yeah. Game manager, and then we just subtract the on game state change. So this is just adding a listener. So we listen to this function, and we listen to this event, and then this event, we add it to this function. So this will, we don't need this. So basically, what do we do here? So we have a general, but we also have a game state. I'll just right here. This is getting a little like redundant, or like I'm thinking that it's gonna be redundant. Cause wait, can you guys even see? I'm not even showing you guys. I'm sorry. I gotta create a better system, but so basically I just added these listeners. So we add it on awake and we destroy it on destroy. But like basically what's gonna happen is, so we're gonna listen to the event that embed state is called, right? And then this in here we're gonna call this, like, is that redundant? Okay, let's just create a switch state. So we're gonna be listening for the embed state, which we don't even need to do anything. So I guess for now, let's just listen for embed our case game state dot just got up, and then let's just break for now. So I guess all we do is just call our own function, I guess. Update camera state. And then we want the player cam state. So player cam state, camera state dot player cam. Okay, what's wrong with here? We can't access. Cannot control cannot fall out of switch from final case label. What? What do I do here? I don't have game manager state. Wait, case cannot control cannot fall out of switch from final case label. I have no idea. Let's see what that. So control cannot fall out of. Cannot fall out of switch. I don't know. So one case label. Let's see on Stack Overflow. You missed some breaks. Oh, you have to break. Okay. Break. There we go. That's weird. Wait, let me see why. Without them, compiler thinks you're trying to execute lines below. That must be just like a weird syntax thing that I'm not gonna worry too much about. Okay, so see, look, like it's kind of weird because we're just listening for this on game state change, and then we call our own function. So like, I guess I'll just leave it public for now. See, look, it's like here to here to here. Like, is that really necessary? Does that even keep it organized? I have no idea, but okay, so we call this on state cam. I guess for now we can just, the default case will be camera state unawake. Let's just say camera state. The default will be embed cam, and then we just don't need, sorry, not this. Camera state will be camera state dot embed cam. We don't need anything. We can just leave it like this. So if we ever need to check the state of the camera. So camera state here. So right now we're here. So once we change the game state to player cam or to just got up, then we're gonna update the camera state to be player cam. And in here we're gonna move to beginning input script. We're gonna move the controlling the camera here. Really, this is the code that we need. So we're just gonna copy this, and then this be embed cam, and then this is player object. We need a break. So really what I'm just trying to do is make sure anytime we change the camera, it'll be only on this script. So here on the beginning input script, really all we need to do now is just delete this. So we'll update the game state to just got up. And then we'll go here. This will go here, and we're gonna go into just got up. We're gonna invoke that, and that'll, when it's invoked, it'll come to this script, to this listener. It'll call this function, and then just got up state will become from here. It'll call this case. It'll update the camera. Wait, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see. Okay. It'll update the camera state, And then that will go all the way down here. And then see, maybe I'm making this too complicated, but I just want it to be on one script, just to be like, just to make sure that everything that's being changed will be on one script instead of like being all over the place. So now that this, do I even need to have this on in this script? No, I don't. Oh, wait, do I? Wait, embed. If game state embed. Oh. Okay. I do need a embed. Nice. That's perfect. So now I can use that case. So here. Let's just move this here. Begin. In embed camera. Embed camera. There we go. But now I need a case here. Case game state dot embed break. This will be the same thing. Update camera to camera state dot player key. Wait. Camera state dot embed cam. There we go. Now we do not need to set this. It'll be automatically set by the instance or by invoking here. So this I update the game. Okay, now this should work. And then did I remove it here? No. Do I even really need this for now? Not right now. I can like leave it empty. I guess I can comment it out. Nah. Let's just say, I think this is good for now. And then let's see if it works. So if I go back to Unity, here, Unity, switch the cameras, see if it works. Please. Okay. I'm in the bed, press space, and it works, but there's a oh whoops. Null reference. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. This is in which script? While executing started in the beginning input. Okay. So I'll go back. Wait, let me stop this game. Okay, go back to Visual Studio. Oh, whoops. It's in the start. The start function? Started. Wait, let me search for started. Start. Okay, says this one is a null reference or something. Interesting. I'll solve this in the next video, or then tomorrow, because I spent a little bit too long. I have to go to class soon, so yeah. But this was pretty successful day. At least it works. Let me try it. Oh, let me show you guys. Let me try it one more time. Okay, so I'm in bed, press space. I didn't get the error this time. Let's try again. Maybe this is the case where one, or maybe it was just a one-time error. Maybe it's the case where this error only happens when one script accidentally runs before the other and we don't really control the order, so that might happen, I don't know. But I'm not getting the error anymore, which is good. So I guess this worked. So now we have a camera manager object that and script where oh shoot, I guess I should let me just quickly. So now I don't need this. In this script, I don't need to access the camera objects or the cameras. Do I need to access player object? Wait, let me see. So player object here, is it referenced anywhere? No. Let's find it. Okay, so I can just delete these references. Oh, no, I need beginning cam for the input. But I don't need player object, which is good. Let me just retry Unity. Sorry, save that. Now that I removed player object. Okay, now it works. So now we have a camera state script, so that we can only access the camera through this state, our camera state tracker, which is good because it'll like probably help us in the future. Or maybe I'm just making things too complicated, but that was fun and I learned a lot. And I like refreshed my brain with the state managers and stuff, which is good. It's good. It's good. Okay. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. If there's even anyone watching, which there doesn't need to be, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one for the next devlog. And sorry about not changing the stream source to the script sometimes. So I was like scripting and you guys were just staring at the Unity game engine. But yeah, sorry about that. But good episode today. Episode devlog. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.